Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. I'm Doug Rice. Oh my God, can you hear the horns? You can't? I can't hear them either. Oh, hi! Doug Rice! Don't drop your phones. And no, I will not lower my voice. In fact, I will raise it to the high heavens. Welcome to the show, Doug Rice. I'm the guy, you know, the 23rd of July, 2023. Are you watching? Are you seeing it? See? Do you get it? Are you starting to see it? Do you understand that they're truly going to be it? They're going to do this thing. Let me start off by saying hello, Sunday. Some of you have traipsed off into church, and I understand. You must go. I understand. But you have an alternative. You have an option. That option is me. If you tune into the show, then you'll see I offer a different vision, a different skew. I offer something just made for you. Because that's what I do. Welcome. All right, it's 12:02 in the afternoon. It's a Sunday. Man, I am watching the corners. Are you watching the corners? Are you watching the corners? Huh? Negroes, I'm talking to you. Today is a show you must share. You must like, you must subscribe, you must comment. You must do all of these things as prophecy draws nearer and nearer to this place. And let me tell you something, folks. The shit's about to hit the fan. I don't say that laughingly. I don't say that jokingly. I say it seriously. If you're not watching the corners, if you're not watching the angles, if you're not watching what's not being reported, and I got to tell you, you are in a bad situation. Because what's coming is set to hit Negroes right between their eyes. And I'm here not to tell you a single lie. I am telling you the truth. We're going to go through it, though. We will itemize what I see with my own Negro eyes. I will pass it on to you. One goal. I have one goal in mind. And that's to get that goddamned grin off your Negro behind. Okay, so that's what we do. It's 12:03. I know that you're happy to see me. I did miss last week. I gotta tell you, 120 degrees in a converted garage into an office, into a place where I do a show. Boy, it's hot, just so you know. I gotta tell you, whoa. Now in the house, it's fine. Out in here, you know, fry my black behind. And so, I just knew none of you would mind if I took that day off, and so I'm back now. It's only 105 degrees outside. Piece of cake. All right. For those of you that have not had the esteemed honor and privilege of somehow finding me across your timeline, don't you feel honored? This is what I do. I do this like once a week. I try to do it more, but I look for my numbers to be exactly what they are, small. What I say is not popular at all. I say the unnerving thing. I say that thing that most don't dare to say, but I say it in a particular way. And so, today we are going to go through 7 topics. I do this every time I do the show. 7 topics. I have them right here. You never see them on the screen. I don't know why. You've never seen them. But then we go to Negro news for Negroes. We peruse with the sole purpose and reason is to get the grin off the faces of Negroes during this season, for God's sake. Let me tell you something. We're in the middle of some serious business. Okay, there's a turning of the worm in this country that is occurring, and it's rapid. It's grabbing them by the throat. And at the helm, at the lead, just behind Donald Trump, sniffing his ass, is Ron DeSantis, a man with no class. Dear God, where did they get this one? This one was imported in. Allow me, just before I begin, I did promise that I would put my verbal foot straight on Ron DeSantis's mental neck, and I intend to do it. What the heck? Let's do it, man. Ron DeSanctimonious DeSantis, the praying mantis, the man barely a man. Good Lord. I mean, listen, folks, we're going to go over it. If you got the temerity, the tenacity, the gonads to tell Negroes that they need to accept the fact that they had gain come from being enslaved by these white insane enslavers, save for their inability to be humane, dear God, what a man to say such a thing, dear God. And you know, the thing is, coming from DeSanctimonious, I love fucking with him because, you know, Trump is beating his Italian ass. I will tell you that. Trump is trouncing him. He's a most uncomfortable looking individual, a governor, seemingly just ill at ease in his own pale, goddamned skin. Oh yeah, I'm going all the way in, motherfucker. Are you serious? How dare you? Now, look, Ron, you folks got here after 1900, long after slavery was pretty much, you know, a wrap, you know. So you to have the unmitigated gall to determine that children in classrooms in Florida will be taught that Negroes should be grateful for the skills that they've gotten since slavery. Let me tell you something, you meatball motherfucker. You can kiss my black ass. Now, I've said this publicly to you. I've said this in tweets sent right at you. I hope somebody can cut and paste some of this so it's right in your goddamned face. You tell all the Italians you want about their history. My God, boy, don't you leave out a single fact and make it no fucking mystery. But when it comes to Negro history, let me give it to you once again. You keep your rancid ass mouth the fuck shut when it comes to Negro history, bro. And that's straight to Ron goddamn DeSantis, just so you know. All right, I think that'll be enough of that. Shall we move on? We shall. You know, he needed that tongue lashing, he did. I only hope somebody puts that in front of his goddamned face.
That was easy.
All right. Moving on. Hope everybody's enjoying the effort. Please like, subscribe, share, whatever. Please make sure Ron DeSantis is here. Okay, that's clever. For God's sake. And if you're in Florida, if you are a Negro in Florida and you have somehow stumbled onto this show, please make certain Ron DeSantis knows that I said that shit. Okay, okay. I said I'm done. I'm done. Topics. All right, so if you are accustomed to tuning in to this show, it's not a program. You've been programmed. We are now deprogramming ourselves. Some of us a little bit more forcefully than others, but hey, who gives a damn, right? We've been here long enough. And while I'm on the subject, a lot of you have come to me about my language. A lot of you have said, why do you curse? Well, let me just tell you first, I don't curse. I don't wish ill upon any man, whether they be a part of us or a part of another land. I don't curse people. I don't do that. I use profanity quite skillfully, if I might say so. And as this is not our goddamned language, I will say what the fuck I want to. Now, they've demonetized me YouTube-wise, so I lose nothing. The only thing that I can now trust to perhaps support this effort are your donations and your giving. And of course, Katrina, moderator extraordinaire. Right behind her, there is, of course, Antoine Anderson, another moderator extraordinaire. Both there to keep things civil as I am uncivilly diatribing all day. I don't care. What can I say? Yeah, I'll use this language. It is a language that was forced upon us as slaves through the threat of death, I might add. And our original tongue was ripped from us. And so I will give this language not a goddamned bit of goddamned respect. And if you don't understand that, then who the fuck are you trying to protect? When we talk in our original tongue, believe me, not a single curse word I will say, not one. That was easy. All right, now I'm done with that. All right, here we go. 12 people here. I love it. I know the numbers will be small. Believe me, I don't expect to go too far above it. And the reason that is because I'm not going to say anything too many people want to hear. But for those of you that are interested in hearing something, please draw here near. All right, here we go. Starting off. Topic number one, our anchor topic, 1211. Okay, let's get to it. Give all due respects. Oh my goodness, I thought of this one a few days ago. Give all due respects. What respects am I talking about giving due? I will tell you. The circumstances you live within. Now, I can't speak for every Negro that hears what I'm saying or was conscious or woke, but there is a holy happening. And it's happening to Negroes that are woke. And this ain't no joke. This is real. This is the real deal. This isn't just what I think, it's how I feel. This is happening. It's a holy happening, and we have to give it all due respects. And acknowledgement of that happening is serving as a realignment in your trajectory. We have, all of us as Negroes have a holy trajectory that we must abide. And the first way in recognizing that in our lives is acknowledging that affect that's taken place within us, Negroes, and thus we sense it. Now, you know something's happening to each of us. We don't talk about what we may think or what we may feel or how we may, how we may hurt or how we may heal. We don't discuss those things as a rule, most likely because, nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared. So we are very introspective, inverted individuals. And emotionally, most of us keep within us that which is bothering us or gives us pause for cause, whatever the case may be. Give all due respects what's happening to you and to me. Act accordingly right. All day and all night. Give all due respects your circumstances. You got to consider some people did not make it through this and to this prophetic moment. And as the Creator, as He's promised, pours His Spirit out upon all of us in this moment, we need to give that all due respects. I can tell you right now, folks, I know it may be as ethereal. Maybe it's not as corporeal. Maybe it's something that's not tangible in your mind. You give it a little meditation and thought, and I'm sure you will find the existence that we now exist within, despite all of our errors and sin, is an opportunity that we might win. So give it all due respects. Don't make me say it again. Next. All right. 12:15. That's the anchor topic. That's, consider what we're feeling. Consider what we know. Consider what they're revealing. Considering what they show. You got to understand. This is an epic moment that we are in. As they act out, steeped in sin, there's no question. Well, they won't win. Oh, no, next, okay. What they really want, they're walking around now. They're running around like chickens with their heads cut off. They are. And it's not just here. Their distant kin from long ago over in Europe, they're just going to and fro. They're murdering and killing and genociding each other. They're certainly not like acting with each other's brothers. And it's all fueled by fear, both here and there. But what do they really want? What they really want, I'll tell you what they want. They want things their white way. And you listen closely to what I'm about to say. What do they want? Because they want something. Now you got to understand, the 400-year prophecy aside, I mean, we can understand that's right in line with, what's happening. But they made a sudden change in their trajectory. Their mental snapped. I mean, the same conditions occurring years beforehand suddenly now differ from what we are experiencing now. Suddenly the mental has taken a turn for the worse. And it seems it's bloodthirsty killing they thirst. I mean, this is seemingly what they want to do. They want a lot of revenge. They have a lot of anger. And they're led by a blonde-haired, blue-eyed danger. I mean, you can say what you will. What they really want is our position as Negro. Oh, yes, they do. They know who we are. They're obsessed with us near and far. They cannot get us off their minds. And I can tell you right now, folks, we are not their kind. I can tell you we differ from them, most certainly. I can't find that there. Anyway, this is what they want. They want, it's not that they want to be us. I think it goes further. I think that they're angry that the Creator created us. I think that is what snatches their craw. And of course, the thought associated with our history. For some reason, they just can't get that out of their minds. I mean, starting with folks like Ron DeSantis, all he does is think about Black people. For God's sake, if he's obsessed with killing wokeness, and we know that's just secret speak for Negroes. That's what he wants to kill. But what they really want, they want a clear conscience, and they can't have it. They want every time they look at Negroes not to think back at what their ancestors did to us, not to think back at the lynchings and the burnings and the castrations and the murders and the rapes and the sex farms and burying our towns under waters and burning our towns from the air and, no. They don't want the history of them refusing to sit in a goddamned classroom so close to a Negro. How dare you? No, they don't want that kind of guilt. And so they want to be clear in their conscience, because you know how they felt. Well, They also want freedom from their fears. They won't get that either. It will never come near. They will always be afraid. It's the road that they've laid. Well, our position, that's what they want. And by any volition, they will get it. And we know, folks, that the target is us. I'm almost weary of claiming to you that despite all you see them do, they want Negroes back in chains. If you don't believe me, just take a look at what their children talk about in school, what they vote on, what they consider to be an interesting topic of choice. They act as if mine is the only voice, but it is not. What they really want, they want us gone and them in our place. And it's getting so bad, they're about to say it to our face. Better give them some space. Next. All right, it's 12:20. We're clipping along. What, 10 minutes each segment? No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. Next topic, our Negro position. Within the confines of this penal colony, who are you? And you know how you express your Negro position within the confines of this place? It's all predicated on what your goals are, what you've set yourself to be here. And if it is anything other than out of this motherfucker, well, then you probably have a skewed position in your thinking. Our Negro position is set apart as the Most High's special position. Possession. I wrote position. I can't believe it. And that is an envied position to possess. And while we are here, make no bones about it, they want that position. You don't have to guess. As long as we're within their sight and view, they feel a certain way about me and about you. Never let that thought escape your mind. They'd rather have our position set upon their kind. We are a holy royal family. If we considered each other as a royal family of Negroes, do you know how far we might go? The very thought sends chills down their spine. Say it a few times and maybe you'll find that's the case. I don't know. Just stay out of their face. Here we go. Ambassadors of heaven. Our Negro position. I know I've said this before, but there's something to be said about repetition. They do not want us to think well of ourselves. There's nothing to think well of ourselves within this place. They do not like anything regarding our Negro face. They want to cancel out their history. They want to protect their children's psyche. Isn't that something? And they'll do it at the cost of us. They'll do it at the cost of everything we've lost. And I can tell you folks without a doubt, that position is the one we need to shout. I think so. Next. All right. That was quick. Ooh. All right, folks. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Let me take a little bit breather here. If you like what you see, for God's sake, don't be the first one, and be quick to touch that like button, the subscribe button, the share button. They don't alert you that I'm on. I mean, by the time you know I'm on, I'm gone. They stifle all the Negro voices. They don't want you to make particular choices. They hate that we know what we know. And you'll see it just by how far we go. Okay, let's do it. Next, touching God's eyeball. That's the red line. That is the red line. Touching God's eyeball. Do that, and they'll find. That's the moment he's going to show up and show out. I talk about feelings to me a lot. I hear about this. Your feelings, and God is coming here in his feelings. You want me to say that again? If somebody were to touch you right in your eyeball, if you were to watch them, the only way that they're going to touch you in your eyeball is that you watch them do so. So keep that in mind as he warns about touching his eyeball. You watch that occur. And let me tell you something. You touch somebody's eyeball, there it is right there. I mean, they're gonna react, they're gonna respond, they're gonna lash out. It's true. And the eyeball of God on Negroes like you. The target is to touch us too. You got to understand, they want to do physical harm. I mean, that touching, you can't get more physical than touching someone's eyeball. I mean, dear God. So it's obvious that they're going to and want to and need to and somehow will lay hands on Negroes. I mean, they're doing it. But they're going to do it to a point where the Creator will react. At that point, they're going to know who we are and what we stand for. And I want Negroes to stand back and stand by for that happenstance happening just like that. touching God's eyeball, the eyes that Negroes see through. I mean, you got to think of what this means. I mean, they all have their own gods, and they probably look like them too, right? But we know that our God is a Negro, like me and like you. So we see through the eyes of God Almighty. So as angry as you are about our circumstance, consider what God sees and his position on the matter. And when they touch his eyeball, we'll see. All right, next. Oh, the Doug Rising Show. Don't I get some like outro music, intro music? Oh, twitwear.com, halfway through the show. I'm right on time. Twitwear.com is the pinnacle of sportswear, the epitome of skincare. Twitwear, go there, twitwear.com. Yeah. No, that was a good little pitch, right? Hey, Twit, you like that one, right? Yeah, you'll tell me later, I'm sure. Twitwear. Use the promo code TDRS, get 10% off. I'll show you something about it. I mean, I'm supposed to do that. Boom. And let's see if it works. Does it work? There it goes. Twitwear.com. 10% off all apparel. In fact, I think I can go so far as to even do some design, right? Okay. So, as we know, folks, I try to give you as much as I can. You try to do the same thing. And I appreciate all the giving. But if you wish to help us out, go to this. It should come on. Go to this this particular. Okay, I guess it won't come on. Go to Twitwear. I guess it doesn't come on. Go to twitwear.com. Hey, I'm winging it. This isn't a production. It's just a show. Go to twitwear.com. Just buy something. Do something. There we go. Okay, so I did that. I'll do it better next time. I mean, we'll figure it out. Let me see. Can I do this too? Oh, there we go. Back to thanks for tuning in. All right. We're about halfway through. How about feel good? Feel good? Need a break? No? Let me tell you how I'm able to do this show. I've been a marketer for going on 35 years, talking myself into a coma, but into at least making a living. And so I take that skill and I've applied it to this endeavor, and I hope you appreciate the effort. Okay, so that's pretty much a good fill. I got a plug in, got a sponsor in, the like, the subscribe, the share. Detrina, am I missing anything? No. Antoine, am I on track? Yes. Let's continue. The demons within. All right, the demons within. Let me tell you what we're dealing with. I don't know that you wake up in this atmosphere. You wake up trapped within the confines of this place, whether it be in your mind, a globe, a flat plane, either way, we are in the confines of a vacuum filled with, happenings. Well, included in those happenings, I call the demons within. Now they're within, and further within. There's kind of a trifecta of within-isms. So we got the atmosphere. We'll go about that. We have the people, demons there, and of course, the machines. The machines. There are ghosts within these goddamned machines that are trying to break free. The demons within. That are the epitome of sin. Anyway, unseen dimensional beings. Now look, folks, don't get in your feelings. You're Negroes. They can't harm you. Yes, I'm going to say that again. The melanin that coats Negro's skin prevents demons from getting in. Thank you. That is not just me saying something cleverly. That's a fact. That's an established scientific fact. And you know what? Look it up. Good. So the demons within, of course. And they want out of in. They want out. They are doing everything, and there is no doubt there are beings beings that these folks are communicating with that are doing everything they can to escape the confines of the prison they've been put in. And folks, let's not act like this is not happening. Remember, there are happenings happening. And this is happening. It's not a big deal. I mean, don't freak out. They can't do anything to you. Cast them in Tartarus, into a pig. Do what you need to do. You know, the deal is no big. But it is happening. And they do affect those they can infect. And that's what we need to be very, very conscious of. Now, when I say the atmosphere, the flood happened, right? A lot of beings died, but that which animated them is still trapped here, kind of going back and forth. You see people going crazy, losing their mind, doing things. You'll find this is just the kind of thing that is to be expected when that is unleashed upon the earth. You yourself may see the effects, rarely feel them, but I thought I'd be the first to reveal them. Oh, this is so much fun. Trading Places. Everybody remembers that movie, right? That's what this is about. Remember the reflection, the inflection, the reverberation, the pendulum swinging within the nation? That's what's going on here. Now, if you don't believe me, just draw yourself near. Here we go. All right. So it's about trading places. They want humans to be, kind of hybrid, and the aliens want out. So I think they're kind of trading one for another without doubt. And we know that's a fatal mistake that humans are making. And we know that the forgiveness of God and his grace they're forsaking. But it's their choice. And they certainly aren't going to listen to my voice. So the demons within, they're real, folks. This is no joke. It's happening. What do you think's happening to Donald Trump? You ever look at Donald Trump closely? You ever check him out? What do you think that is? What are you looking in his eyes? And I mean, the windows to whatever soulless soul being he might be being. Come on, man. And we have to be on guard as Negroes. That swirling all about us is teeming with activity are unseen beings in interdimensional places. We don't fight against flesh and blood. We fight against those invisible spaces. I don't know where that came from. Next. All right. So don't hype the belief. We are about giving Negroes grief. Good Lord, I cannot come across a post without some of you Negroes trying to be the most. You know what I'm saying? Good Lord. Don't hype the belief. You're hyping the belief. What are you doing? Listen, it's too close. It's too close. We're too close. Settle already. Settle on what you believe and be done with it. Look, it's personal. It's internal. Has nothing to do with anyone else's infernal. And I mean that. What I get is I get folks that post what they can, at most something that says, I don't know, let's debate. You better get yourself in line before it's too late. Do not hype the belief with mindless debate. Oh, I did that. That's good. How does it impact you, what I believe? Are you going to stay? Are you going to go? Are you going to leave? What are you going to do? If I don't believe the things that you believe too, I mean, what the hell? And some of you are on that hard to the point sometimes I think you're okay, I'll stop. But don't hype the belief. It's there for all to obtain it in their own way. And about belief, you personally can't have a say regarding what I believe in any way. Okay? Don't hype the belief. Precepts upon precepts. I get people that tell me that. What about that? Well, okay. Are we over that already? There are books now. Read it yourself. They've done the work. Books on the shelf. All you got to do is go look. There's no reason to argue and contend about, this and that and where and when. It's irrelevant at this point. We're too close. We're right there. Don't hype the belief. Hey, I covered everything. Okay. Lastly, stop. I hear all of you talk. Finally, the seventh topic. Just relax. Okay. Detrina liked this one. She wanted to put a question mark at the end. Do so. Who will you serve? Oh, I got a lot of nerve, huh? Who will you serve? I mean, you got to ask yourself. I mean, you go about your life, your daily life. You and I know we got problems and strife, but in the final analysis, who will you serve? What do you serve? Where do you serve? How do you serve? I mean, we could just go down the line, right? Ask yourself this and see if the answer is right. The offer is on the table. You got offers on the table. Offers of servitude, offers of folks who you wish to serve. You do. The Creator puts before you a choice, as He's done before us throughout history and time. And so they put you in front of a choice as well, only they never let it out of your mind. And that's because they can. If they do, well, then the Creator's message might come through. So who will you serve? No choice is choosing. Making no choice is inevitably losing. So you ask yourself, you know, you got money, wealth, whatever the case may be. Who will you serve? Who will you serve? Who are you serving now? Okay. We're done. Oh, I know. Everyone's like, yay, he's done. Oh, thank God we can get on the Negro news and he's out. I know. Well, 12:37, 23rd of July, 2023. This is the Doug Rice Show. Thank you for tuning in to see me. Dear God, I've been at this now for about 5 years in one way or another. I had Amos A. Nunn, my doppelganger brother. And some of you can still find Amos A. Nunn. I think there are 2-3 videos left on YouTube. That's when I did this as with anonymity, if you will. Nowadays, what I've got is I also try to support this effort in offering PDFs that you might find in some way, cool. So let me show you. I'm going to share my screen with you. Yeah, we've got all this plotted out and planned out fairly well. Everybody can sense that. Oh, here we go. Bam, and I do this. Bam. And I think I do this because I like to look this way. Okay, so these are the PDFs that I offer. Detrina and, of course, Antoine Anderson, both attentive to any requests. We've got the 13th Tribe, very, very popular, I'm sure. Let me do this so that you wade through the manure. I think it'll come in. So we've got that. There it is. 13th Tribe, Arthur Kessler. Good stuff, okay? We give copies, PDF copies of these. I've got the ancient book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, dreams of Enoch, Hebrewisms of West Africa. Some of these are very, very rare PDFs. Some you might not be able to find everywhere. Take some water there. Some are dated in the 1800s and such. Some are younger and some not as much. This one is 1930. So I do have those. We take donations. I typically say 10 cents a page. I know that people have, given me whatever that they can afford and just ask me what you need. Detrina does have a list. Give us your request and we will heed the request. All right, that's that. Okay, so now I think I can do that. All right, thank you so much for continuing to be here. Second half of the show, just so you know, is filled with Negro news, and the reason that is important, first, we're instructed to keep watch and stay current. We're in the world, not of the world. So we're in it. We're just not a part of it. We got to think of ourselves as being, separate, just trapped, just, confines of the combine of this outline that we don't mind. And okay, moving on. So there's some interesting stuff in the news, and we're going to go over it together. We shall peruse. It's just kidding. All right, here we go. But this does kind of irk me a little bit. I've mentioned it in the show somewhat. Who is this person? Who is this man? DeSantis says black people benefited from slavery by learning skills like being a blacksmith. He had to put the black in there twice, just for shits and giggles and whatnot. So look at this clown. Take it all in. He's missing something steeped in his sin. Look at this idiot. Now, hopefully you can still hear me. I thought that was fixed, the audio. If it's not, let me know. I'll be quick about this. But who is this person? Who is this dude? Florida Governor DeSantis said black people learn beneficial skills. They're probably going to show that some of the folks that eventually parlayed, being a blacksmith into doing things later in life. He's approved African-American studies. He has approved African-American studies. DeSantis, an Italian descendant of immigrants that arrived here after the year 1900, is now set to tell you Negroes what you will be grateful for. Well, goddamn him, huh? Let me tell you something, Ron. I'm back on you, boy. I wish you would just be able to read the minds of the Negroes that work for your stale, pale behind. And every time you let that slip through your lips, I can imagine they just kind of shifting their hips and trying to keep from replying in kind to tell you to kiss their black behind. I don't even understand this dude. You know what? Listen, you tell Italians what they need to believe about Columbus and Columbus Day, and I will not lift a finger, open my mouth, shift in my seat. You know what I mean? But you got the temerity, the tenacity to fix your rancid ass mouth to speak on Negro sentiment and attitude. What is it, boy? Somebody send him this. He can give me a call. I won't have a problem talking to him at all. Next, clown ass. Anyway, I don't know. Ron DeSantis, boy. You know what it is? I'm going to speak, but look, here's what it is. Katrina and I talked about this. It's high school. The guy never grew up. He's not grown. He's stuck in high school. He's obsessed with school and wokeness. Somebody in school, when he was in school, tried to get his girl. He's a brother. He's still sore about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's not even talk about his thoughts about Casey because we know he's insecure. That's why he sweats a lot, moves his head when he talks. Ron, stop moving your head when you talk, dude. It's femme. Really, seriously, dude. You're fucking wagging your finger. You look horrible. Next. All right, I'm sorry. Fuck him. All right, hope you're enjoying the show. Here we go. What do we get next? I don't know. I hate this when they want me to subscribe, but okay, whatever. This is interesting. Let me see here if I can get this thing. I don't know. Here we have, first time I ever did that. Here we have Biden will establish a national monument honoring Emmett Till, black teen from Chicago, who was lynched in Mississippi. And isn't it interesting, the timing? Shortly after the bitch that accused him of whistling at her pale ass dies. Having no justice meted out to this motherfucker, he gonna follow the course of Martin Luther King and build a goddamn edifice in his honor of murder. Now look, I don't like Joe Biden. I don't know why any of you do. I don't give a goddamn about Joe Biden or Donald Trump too. But I don't need your kibbles and goddamn bits after you done all the shit you done. I don't need that. I don't need your monuments. I don't need your homage to your fucking horrors. I mean, keep that shit. I mean that. And that's it. Next. All right, hey, I'm sorry. Stop with that. Nobody gives a fuck about your monuments. You know, the last thing we want you is confronted by a racial jungle of some sort, Joe. You know. Next. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. That just got me a little bit. Fucking give me a break. All right. So, oh, really? Did they really? I don't know. Did they? Oh, troopers detained a black man. What? And what? And he exposed their unconstitutional what? This is an everyday thing, man. They are open with their racist sentiment. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a damn. They want you to know they are about the Klan. And I kid you not on that. Look, folks, if it's not getting more pronounced, is it not getting more pronounced that they're into white supremacy? Is not the right-wing white nationalism just coming shining through like gleaming white teeth, right? Right? I mean, they want to be all that they can be. And I got to tell you something that I see, real simple. The Nazis didn't come into power overnight. It happened over years, and the conditions were just right. Right now, they do not see it coming somehow. Moving on. Next. I'm done with that. All right. What is this? Oh, Lord have mercy. The Post. Jesus, look at this. It's almost taking my news out, but I've been long anyway. Oh, wasn't this interesting? I don't understand. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Black man who says he was elected mayor of an Alabama town. Okay. Says white leaders are keeping him from position. And what is new? They're just sipping my coffee. Oh, are they? Are they keeping you from your position now? In Alabama? That ain't none of my business. The fuck is it? Here's my question. Well, what did you expect to happen, sir? Looking like that, what did you expect? You in an all white or predominant white, or there are two whites amongst 1,000 blacks. You're in Alabama, and of course, you get voted in and they tell you to go fuck yourself. And what, you're mad? You're mad? I wish we'd stop complaining when they act exactly like who the fuck they are. I don't understand it. And now it's pronounced. Now they want to go all in with the racist sin. They want to spread it amongst their weak-minded kin. And they are as weak and foolish a nation as God promised us to be enslaved by. I mean, I said that earlier today in a post. They are absolute fucking fools, aren't they? I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Donald Trump, Cruz, Ted Cruz, they're mental goddamned midgets fueled by white supremacy and right-wing white nationalism. And they pepper in some religiosity and make their God a blonde-haired, blue-eyed bullshit demon. And pretty soon, here's what we got. It's just getting more pronounced. It's getting more and more. The worship of whiteness. The Barbie movie did over $200 million. The Barbie movie. Over Oppenheimer, I might add, a movie that has a little bit of substance to it, a little bit of historical gravitas. And of course, they've opted to pour money into the movie that extols the virtues of being a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, goddamned bimbo in fantasy fucking land. You don't know where this country's headed? You don't see it? Of course you do. It's them that don't see their demise right before their goddamned eyes. I drift. All right, next. I'm sorry. Well, hey, you tuned in. I'm sorry about that. Moving on. All right, what we got here? What do I got here? Oh, Lord, was it a video? Jesus Christ, it was a video? Oh, damn. No, I don't look at the news before I try to report it, I just try to, Okay, so what's on their mind? I don't know. What's on their mind? Texas A&M University president resigns after black journalist hiring at campus unravels. I mean, the very energy of Negroes sets them in a tizzy. They're lightheaded, they lose blood, and become all fucking dizzy. What the hell is wrong with these people? You do understand it's getting more pronounced. It's getting more and more severe, the effect as Negroes draw near. Next. All right, I'll try. I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to say? Where do you want me to go? What do they want? We've talked about that. Next. All right, moving on. Okay, moving on. All right. What's this? Oh, the ray of sunshine. But within that ray of sunshine, 2 black farmers get Florida marijuana. Two? How many marijuana? 2 farmers? You know, 2. Whoa, it's front page fucking news. It's so fucking shocking that 2, not 1. What you gonna do? 2, dear God, 2. Okay, moving on. I'll stop at some point. Hey, I still got a few minutes. All right. I'm just saying. I mean, 2 whole farmers got a fucking marijuana license in his fucking. I don't get. Okay, that's cool. Thanks for that. Oh, it's 2023. Yes, it's 2023. But you see, they don't give a goddamn about that. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Black man mauled by police canine following Ohio. And just to give you, hopefully they got the picture of they don't. Yes, they do. They do. Let me explain something, folks. Let me tell you something. When the police look like that, it's a wrap. You into some deep crap. Look, that's horrible. There's something just horrific happening to a Negro with his hands up, I might add. So, still grinning? Still got that goddamned grin on your faces? Tell me. I mean, do you wear the grin in public places? Just, I mean, what is it there for? Is it to put them at ease, or is it a protection you might feel at peace? Or what? What are you smiling for? What's so fucking funny? We're here not because this is the land of the free and home of the fucking brave. We're here because we're disobedient to God Almighty. And this is a punishment. You understand that? And every day they prove to you this is a goddamn punishment. And you know what? Negroes grinning and cheesing and trying to appease him. And, well, you've read my shit. And it's time we woke the fuck up beyond the waking the fuck up and really woke up to what's up, right? They're about to do some things that telegraph their intent. And I'm going to keep talking about it. I will not relent. It's going to get real dangerous, real dicey around here soon. I'm just saying it. Yeah, I'm just saying it. Next! All right, we're going. I'm sorry. I thought I had something. Yeah, we know. New benefits, slavery, got that. What do we got? Oh, Alabama. Oh, so the Supreme Court tells you to do something. And you tell the Supreme Court to go fuck itself. Alabama Republicans refuse to draw a second black congressional district in defiance of Supreme Court. And the reason they do that is because they fucking can. These are white men that have determined, fuck Negroes. And they're going to push it as far as they can just to see how it goes. I mean, well, so I ask myself, I ask you too, why put ourselves through any of this, boo? I mean, seriously, just because you want to? There's a little known fact that you may not know, and I'm going to tell you because it is so. No matter the holdings a Negro might have in this country, they can take it from you on the drop of a dime because you are a Negro. And you can look that up. Oprah, I don't know. Anybody you want to talk? Jay-Z, I don't know. The guy that does the whole, the guy that the billionaire, black billionaire, HR guy, he'll take all of that from you based on the fact that you are a Negro in America and thus fit under a specific category that they can act upon at any goddamn time they feel like it. And they can confiscate your holdings, your properties, your monies, and they can put your black ass somewhere. Because you are a descendant of slaves. They didn't keep the fucking records for their health. They did not keep everything they did recorded for shits and goddamned giggles. When they allow these Negroes to breathe rarefied air, they look at those Negroes sitting there and they laugh their ass off because those Negroes don't know. They're only there because they said so. Moving on. Next. You tuned in. I didn't. All right. What do we got? Well, I think we got a few more. We're still, I'm making good time. I don't know. What do you do? I don't know what you do. What do you do? You spit on people. Hate crime charges dismissed. You dismissed the hate crime charges against a white woman who spat on a black woman during Connecticut protests about black people. It was a hate crime. Okay, but you dismissed it. She spit on it. Let me tell you something. If you spit on a cop, they're not going to dismiss that. You are going to be charged with felony assault. You can't throw bodily fluids at fucking people without getting charged. But this Karen, let's just talk about it. This obvious white woman. I mean, do we have a picture? We don't have a picture. They made sure to protect her. No, there's no picture. She gets to spit. Now, I've shown videos of the reactions and consequences of spitting on black people, done by white people. They're impactful. They resonate. They leave behind memory. And I would only assume that if this happens to you or me or anyone else, you make sure to leave that kind of impact behind for them to peruse and refer to for, later reference. Moving on. Next. All right, I'm almost done. 3 minutes. Don't run. Okay, you think it's not global? But I don't know. Tunisian black woman. My skin color says I don't belong. Yes, exactly. You don't look at your skin color. I'm sorry. This one is getting it. You get it? Your skin, that's right, the tone. Your skin color sets off a tone. It evaporates their presence. They can't stand seeing you. Something goes on in their mental, so you're not welcome, even in Tunisia. Welcome to reality. Next, it's only going to get worse. I'm just saying. Let's just go to the next one. Let's see what we got. Anything? Oh, Arizona Republican refers to black Americans as colored people. Colored people. That's what he said. Colored people. In the 1950s, 1940s, colored people. What's on their minds? What the fuck is on these people's minds? Folks, I'll ask again, what's on their minds? What's on their minds? What the fuck is going on? We're colored people now? Shit! In the 80s and 90s, we weren't colored people. Shit! Now we're colored people? Y'all are reverting. That sun is doing something to you weak-minded, pale motherfuckers. I say that outright and to your goddamn face. Stay indoors. Something's wrong with you. You reverting. You don't even stand for this. And Ron DeSantis, you learn the same shit in school you don't want your children to learn. You a fool. Let's see what I got. Anything next? If so, I'll be on the go. No, I will play this one. I wanted this. What is this? Kodak Black slams. It's Kodak Black's lawyer slams Hunter Biden plea deal after rapper sentenced to 3.5 years for the same crime. Kodak Black, what do you want? Kodak, your name says it all. Your name tells you why you got what you got. There's no need to put justice on the spot because there ain't no justice. It's just us. Next and finally, stop clapping. Oh, Well, as we save the best for last, and I try to do, save my ass, here we go. White woman who fatally shot black neighbor through front door arrested on manslaughter. Manslaughter and what the fuck do you mean manslaughter? Manslaughter? That's murder. Second degree, fuck it. But manslaughter? Like she accidentally pulled the trigger in the direction of our Negro sister taking her life. That's manslaughter? See, you got a goddamn grin on your face. At this moment, get out of my space. It's pathetic. You believe that? Manslaughter. They're slaughtering us. How you doing? All right, so 1 o'clock. I counted an hour. I see I got an hour 5. I give you a few minutes of funky music. I thank you for tuning into this show, not a program, but a show. My name's Doug Rice. I do it at least once a week. I'd love to do it more. I do not depend on this to pay bills. And I understand that my numbers will be small. I am an anti-populist. But I have to do this. I've got to do this every chance I get. At least once a week, I got to get my mental wet. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm watching these people and they ain't playing. These people are not playing. And what's about to happen? All of this is going to come to a halt. You're not going to be able to speak as freely as we're speaking. And it's not my fault. But all of this should serve as a memory for what we might need to remember before we meet face to face in perhaps a confined space. But I'm Doug Rice. So nice you say the name twice. Thanks for tuning in to Doug Rice Show. Tell your friends, tell your family, so that everybody knows. I am out. I'm gone. I'm clear. I'm done. And I feel this show is a damn good one. All right. You guys have a good one, and thanks for tuning in. You guys take care. Wait. Hold on. Hey. Get her. Come here. Look. So we're halfway through the year, right? We're almost clear, right? Almost no. But tomorrow is the beginning of a new work week for some of you, and unlike so many of you, I work from home. I am not fit for public consumption. I understand this. It's what it is. But you who must go out and face and be amongst those oppressors every day, I must say without delay, please, before you go to earn your pay, understand all that we've had to say today. As you walk in amongst the enemy, the oppressor, and the frenemy, just be sure to do this, okay? As long as you're confined and in a tight space, get that goddamn grin off your face. I do appreciate it. Now you may leave.